So, welcome, ladies and gents. The Grammys bounce back with their largest audience since 2020. Wow, can you believe it? I can. I can genuinely believe it. Mainly because... mainly because people probably wanted to tune in to see what on earth was going on with the lava lamp interior molded into a human that is now Madonna, and everything else that was going on with the Grammys. Now the Grammys have been, just like any award ceremony, have just been going way downhill. Just like the Oscars, literally just like any Golden Globes, just like any of these award shows, it's a massive circle jerk for the elites to applaud one another. It's not indicative of what the general populace actually thinks or what the general populace actually cares about. So, they've been going downhill for a reason. This kind of bounce back, I mean, it's not even a huge bounce back, to be fair, right? The Grammys, somewhat of a comeback, Deadline says. Sunday's telecast of the 65th annual ceremony delivered 12.4 million viewers across the CBS broadcast and digital platforms, according to Fast Affiliates. That's up 30% from last year. Okay, well, that was at an all-time low. Now, so pretty low bar. And the largest audience for the ceremony since 2020. Again, real low bar. Real low bar. Now, the viewership is a much-needed boost for the ceremony, which brought in just 8.93 million viewers last year, and had failed to grow meaningfully year over year from 21 to 22. The 21 show marked the Grammys' least watched iteration ever, which is in line with the hit that every other major awards show took after the start of the pandemic. The 2021 ceremony was one of the first in-person live TV events during the pandemic and was a scaled-down affair with no audience. And you know what? That's quite telling, isn't it? Is that, the situation occurred and most people started tuning out of anything related to these sort of upper-class elitists. And that's largely in part due to the blatant essentially two-tier state that occurred with these individuals. Oh, sorry, you got to wear a mask. Well, I don't. You see it all the time. So anyway, this year's telecast was still a fairly low audience in comparison to pre-pandemic numbers. Just for comparison, the 2020 show earned 18.7 million viewers in final numbers, while the 2019 edition raked in 19.9. So it is slowly going downhill, and this was the sort of very, very apparent element of, I guess, ideological elements that were going in there. But according to CBS, music's biggest night also reached its largest live streaming audience in history across Paramount Plus and other CBS digital platforms, up 33% in audience. And on Paramount Plus alone, live viewership was up 42%. It's not, what? Paramount Plus didn't exist. It's not exactly a what? Okay, fine. But obviously, loads of people took home trophies. You got Lizzo, the walking cottage cheese factory. Bonnie Raitt, Ozzy Osbourne, who sadly is now not able to tour at all due to pretty severe health issues. Kendrick Lamar, Willie Nelson, Adele, Sam Smith. We'll get to him in a minute because he's disgusting. But obviously, there was loads of performers. Loads and loads of performers. One of them being Sam Smith, looking like an absolute just reprobate. Which loads of people are like, oh, it's satanic. I'm not going to go that far and be super, super dramatic and be like, oh, it's so satanic because he's wearing, red devil horns. Look, his most recent video, which, thank God, I've barely watched any of it, but, it keeps popping up in YouTube adverts, which is really frustrating. That new video is utterly disgusting, and people are like, this is outrage clicks. The only reason, and the point to this whole video, The Grammys only did as well as it did due to outrage farming. They put the likes of Sam Smith, who's just released probably the most disgusting video you've seen ever, and, you know, he's parading it around like, well, it's horrendous. I can barely put anything into words, but he's simulating people weeing on him and stuff like this. Which, look, you know, you want to do that in your bedroom, fine, go have a whale of a time. But you're incredibly fat, you're obese, you're gross, and you're walking around with a corset on and nipple tassels, right? You're disgusting. No one wants to see that. And those that do want to see it, I mean, you know. doesn't mean the rest of the world should be subjected to that as well. Especially not in YouTube adverts. Goodness me, I'm so sick of it. So obviously he did his ridiculous, essentially red deviled up costumed rendition of his crap new song. And then, you know, everyone's just wearing the most ridiculous outfits. You've got Harry Styles. I don't know how this guy's famous, but fine. Can we call him a guy anymore? Probably not. Again, all outrage farming. This entire thing, the Grammys, was set up this year. And the only reason it has the tiniest boost that it did, the only reason is due to outrage marketing. Outrage. That's it. And also, because you can look at this reject Madame Two Swords front woman, bloody Madonna, who just looks, I mean, Christ, what's happened to you, love? You look like a character from a horror film. Just grow old gracefully, for goodness sake. What is this? You know, and loads of people comparing her to some, like, pagan statue and things like this. Look, maybe, but again, it's all just outrage crap. Outrage farming. Outrage farming. I mean, Jesus. Taking a leaf out of Pete Burns' look. I love the fact that this trended. Pete Burns trended. because Madonna clearly has the same surgeon as Pete Burns. You know, you spin me right round, right round. Just for those that don't know who Pete Burns is. Yeah, Madonna just looks like someone took a flamethrower to Madame Two Swords and, I don't know, blended a few of the figures together and out popped Madonna. God, what an absolute state of a woman. Can we call her a woman anymore? Probably not. Just grow old gracefully, for goodness sake. No one wants to see this. So again, this is all outrage farming. That's what it's all about. And that's the reason why Harry Styles wore like some ridiculous jumpsuit thing. Not masculine, not feminine. It's just, they're so disconnected from reality. It's absolutely unreal. So look, Grammys, congrats. Yeah, you got a 30% increase from one of the lowest years ever. Well done. But, yeah, still not good. 12.4 million viewers watched your shit award show. Surely that tells you something. Although I guess now the wrong message will be taken home from the Grammys, and they'll be like, that's it, yes, we need more fat Sam Smiths on stage simulating disgusting nonsense for everyone to, you know, vomit to in their mouths. That's what we need to do. Yes, more of that. No, none of that, please. Go away. Absolutely go away. Anyway, this stuff will just continue. Of course it will. But I thought I'd bring you this video because I've been looking for the ratings of this all day, and this is the first time they've released some figures, and I was like, oh yeah, it's gone up, has it? But they still haven't released the actual ratings, right? You know, what people actually thought of it. So I'll be really keen to see what the ratings are. So viewership's up, but what are the ratings going to be? That's what I'm genuinely curious. So like I said, the moment this dropped, I was like, oh, I've got to do a video. So if you enjoyed this and you enjoy videos like this, please do hit subscribe. But please do give the video a like, especially if you disliked Sam Smith's new video. And if you liked it, well, still give this video a like because everything I've said is completely true and he is a reprobate. Cheers, guys. Take care.